Welcome back to Blue Ridge Homestead. We're going to repair this. I say repair. We're going to put a couple more cattle panels back up. We took a couple down to make a makeshift goat house for goats that were having babies. So we're going to put two back up on our bean trellis. This is where we grow our pole beans. So the idea is they grow up, the leaves cover the top. This is about 7 foot tall ish, and the beans will actually hang down inside, so you can just kind of walk through and pick them off. You don't have to bend over and break your back picking beans, and you're also in the shade, so it's a win-win. So we're going to put those up, and then we're going to plant some beans. You drive your T-post, and that could be as short as a 3 foot T-post, 4 foot, whatever you got. Just drive it in enough to anchor it, and you're going to set one end against this and then loop it up and over, and you tie it to the T-post. Some people use 2 T-posts per cattle panel. I only use 1. That's plenty. That holds it just fine. It's only going to hold beans, not aiming to hold back any kind of animal. So you kind of have to work with it. It will flex one way or another. You can get a couple people to help if you need to, but hang on. It can be a pretty good workout at times. We're going to go all the way over. These things tend to want to bend one way or another, and you just got to figure out which way that is. Kind of dig it in and then flex it up like so, and dig the other side in. Yeah, and it'll set as long as you got a little dirt on each side of it. It'll set in the basic shape you want it. But you're going to take wire and you're going to tie the panel to the post, and it's going to try to move, and that's okay. Not a huge thing if it moves. So you can use some vice grips, vice clamps here if you want to pull that in real tight. Either way, you can do it with your hands if you got that much dexterity, I think it's the word. But I tend to just pull it tight as I can get it. Then I'll twist my wire to hold it. If you don't have a pair of fence pliers, you can use regular pliers, channel locks, whatever you got. But these fence pliers, you can just kind of grab it and just start twisting it. I'm using fence wire, so I'm not going to twist it super tight because I don't want to break the fence wire like I just did. So I'll have to go get me another piece of wire. But you get the basic idea. That's how that works. Again, twist it. Just a couple times is all it takes. And then it doesn't have to be super tight. All right, so taking a piece of fence wire, I'm going to attach this cattle panel to this T-post. If you have the metal wire T-post clips, that works very well for this also, but I don't have any, so I'm just taking some old fence wire that I took off of our our tree guards in another video. Fence pliers, you twist it, and then you're going to take your fence pliers, grab it and twist so you get pretty good tension on it. It doesn't have to be super tight. It'll hold it. Just twist. You don't want to break that wire, so use your best judgment there on what kind of tensile strength you got. Take your tails, I guess you could say, tuck them in, down, wrap them back around, whatever you can do with them, just so you don't get scratched. All right, these are some Blue Lake pole bean variety here. We saved seed a year, it'd be 2 years ago now that we saved these seeds. These seeds originally came from the MI Gardener website, and like I said, we saved our own seed. Blue Lake poles. Supposed to plant these about 1.5 inches deep, 20 inches apart. I usually dig a little furrow, and then I just kind of sow them down through there, and then I will thin them. Sometimes the birds thin them, the rabbits thin them, so sometimes it's good just to sow what you got. So hopefully these do well. They should. But you're just dropping them in here in a little furrow. I try to plant 2 side by side, and I do try to space them out a little bit, but if you don't get them spaced out, it's all is not lost. We planted them pretty thick, I would say, and this is what we have left. That's probably enough to do what we just planted all over again. That is 5 cattle panels wide with around an 8-inch gap in between each panel, so it's quite a bit of space. We plant them on both sides. We plant them on this side and on the far side over there, so that doubles the length of your rows. Yeah. So to cover these up, you kind of want to make sure they're down in your furrow that you've dug, and you just take maybe like 2 fingers and just push the soil over them like so. That's going to put them about 1.5 inches under the dirt, and that's it. Then we will water these in. Every year we water them in. That just kind of protects them a little bit, gives them a little bit of moisture to germinate. Before we water them in, I'll take a little bit of fertilizer and put that on there. Try to stay away from petroleum-based fertilizers if at all possible. I know it's hard, but we try to anyhow. I think MI Gardener sells his own fertilizer. I believe it's called Trifecta or something of that nature. I haven't tried it. Anybody else tried it? Let me know in the comments. if it's good or not. This is just some we've got from TSC. It smells a lot like manure.
That stuff stank.
Smells like manure, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know it's good stuff. So this is what our green bean hoop trellis, cattle panel trellis. This is what it looks like. It's I don't know how long this really is. I can figure it up, but this is it. And we grow enough beans right here in this small of an area. It's less than 6 foot wide, and we grow enough beans off these 2 rows. We can 100 quarts, maybe even more, during the whole season. So that is more than enough for us. And there's probably some left that we don't actually harvest. We just don't need them, but we give a lot away too. So till next time, this is Lewis, Sally for Blue Ridge Homestead. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and on the YouTube. So y'all come grow with us.